Let's discuss LeetCode problem number 523, continuous subarray sum. But before we discuss, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications. Also, I have added a lot of quizzes to the community page. Please check it out. Now back to the problem 523, continuous subarray sum. It's actually similar to problem number 560 if you have seen that before. Instead of that being the sum, this one is a multiple. So instead of subtraction there, you do modulo in this one. So let us look at the definition. Given an integer array nums and integer k, return true if nums has a good subarray. And now good subarray has been defined as at least 2, and this is important. I think I'll show you in the code why this is important. And then the sum of elements in the subarray is a multiple of k. So now let's take a look at the code. Yeah, I call it exactly same as 560 pattern running prefix map pattern. And so the only difference is there you do subtraction and here you do modulo. That's the only difference. Now let us take a look at the code. So this is a hash map which has been to store the remainders of cumulative sums and their corresponding indices, and this one is initialized to -1 to handle the edge case where the subarray starts at the very beginning, index 0. I'll have an example run. We can see that why this has to be initialized to -1 and not 0. And so we loop through the input vector and then add the current element to the cumulative sum as you iterate through the array. And this check ensures that you are taking the modulo, so you don't want a divide by 0 error. And the cumulative sum is taken modulo k to find the remainder that indicates whether the sum of elements between the two indices is divisible by k or not. And so in this one, what we are checking is if the current remainder we have already encountered earlier in the array. And what this one is doing is if the remainder was found, this ensures the subarray has at least 2 elements by checking the distance between the indices, and so that's why you return true. If you don't find it in the map, you store it the current one for the future reference. Otherwise, at the end of it, you return false. So let's take a look at the run, and then I think we can come back here to at least tie some loose ends kind of thing. So starting the process for this one, the LeetCode example, subarray sum is a multiple of 6. So at 23, you take a modulo 6. So 6 times 3 is 18. So cumulative sum remains 5. And then 2. And then so 5 plus 2 is 7. So cumulative 6 times 1 is 6. And so 1 remains. And so storing remainder at 1. At index 2 num4, once again cumulative sum is 5. 1 plus 4 is 5, but 5 is already in the map. So found subarray with some multiple between indices 1 and 2. So this one is 2 and 4. This is what it is. So why we have to initialize this to -1 is because of this scenario, wherein starting process to check. So initially cumulative sum is 0, and then you initialize cumulative sums to 2, and then you find at the third index also you find cumulative sums to 2, but had it been initialized to 0, then you would have found the subarray which is a multiple of 6 here, but that is incorrect because you need to have at least, good array needs to have at least 2 elements. To, in order to return false in this scenario, you need to initialize it to -1. And comment below if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.